What is up, everybody? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at a hospital cleaning that we completed over 4 days. I'm going to be going through all the details on this one, how we landed it, all the aspects of the job, the things that went right, the things that went wrong, and everything else in between. But if you guys enjoy content like this, if you guys enjoy me taking you along the ride, along the journey of us trying to grow our pressure washing business and make it as best as possible, hit that thumbs up button for me. I've been noticing recently on a lot of videos, we haven't been getting very many thumbs up, and it kind of makes me feel like you guys aren't enjoying the content. If that is the case, let me know down in the comment section. But if you guys enjoy this kind of content, please hit the thumbs up button for me so I know this is what you want to see. This was the biggest job that we have ever done. It wasn't even close. We cleaned the entire building. I say the entire building. It was mostly the awnings. It was mostly the siding. It was anything with cobwebs, anything with green on it. And we're going to get into that more as we go into the video. We also cleaned concrete, walkways, sidewalks, curbs, as well as a bunch of other concrete around the building. And as the title states, it was all done in just 4 days. So the call on this one came into the call team through our Google My Business. And if you guys want to learn the exact blueprint we are following to rank fast and get leads like this after only a few months of having our Google My Business, check out the first link in the comment section and description. It's going to be a link to the how to get customers for free on Google course. And we're actually going to be going up on the price of that course very soon. So if you're interested, check it out. Like I said, it's how we're landing jobs like this. But the call came in and immediately I called Kale. I tell you guys all the time, we try not to get those googly eyes when the big leads come in. And, it's just a little hard not to get excited sometimes, especially whenever you see like hospital wants quote on entire building, tons of parking lot, yada, yada, yada. So I got excited. I called Kale, and then me and him called the lady back to get some details on the job. She informed us that the hospital was having an event in 5 days, and they needed to have everything washed. She said that they had called a couple different companies in the area, and no one was able to do the job because it was either too big or they didn't have enough time to complete it, which is crazy to me because if they knew that they had this event coming up, why would they have waited until the week before to make it happen? But as you guys will see later on, we actually use this to our benefit. And we were actually able to land the job because of these tight timeframes and tight circumstances. Whereas maybe if they would have booked this out a month in advance, they would have had somebody who came in and undercut us, or who knows what could have happened. So we got the scope of work from her. Kale headed over to go take a look at everything that needed to be quoted, and so that way we could put the quote together, send it over, and try to get it approved as quickly as possible because obviously time was of the essence. Now, it turned out to be over 100,000 square feet of concrete, and you guys can see how big the building is. Now, like I said, we didn't clean 100% of the building because most of it wasn't dirty, including a lot of the brick. Pretty much anything that had organics on it or had cobwebs on it, we were going to be treating and cleaning. So this was a huge job, but instead of turning it down like all the other companies did, we had the hospital put together a priority list on the areas that needed to be cleaned the most. The things that were like the focal points of the building that when they have this big event, everyone's going to be looking at. And we told them that we would accept the job and prioritize getting as many of those most important areas finished first. So that way, even if we didn't complete the entire list within the time frame they needed us to, the most important areas would be clean and we could just come back after the event and finish anything else that remained. Great positioning on our part. So lesson of the day is to be solution focused. Probably some of these other companies could have offered them the same solution, but maybe they didn't think about it. Instead of us worrying about the entire scope of work, instead of us worrying about the entire time frame, instead of us worrying about the people that were going to have to be pushed on the schedule, we said, how do we step up and give them what they ultimately want, which is the cleanest possible building and concrete within 4 days. We sent them the quote. It took about 12 hours for us to get approved. The other thing that we really had in our favor was we had the people, we had the equipment, we had everything that we needed in order to get the work done, as well as we don't schedule work on weekends. So I believe it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday that we did most of the work on, as well as Thursday. So we really didn't have to push that many clients because we don't work on weekends. So two things that worked in our advantage here. We actually called in another guy named Corey to come in and help us. He has a company locally in the area, and that's why it's important to have relationships with other people in the business for when situations like this come up and you need them and you have more work in your hands than you could take care of. Most people look at everybody around them as competition, when in reality, there's more work for all of us than all of us can do, right? So it pays to have friends. It pays to know people in the same industry as you. So once the bid got accepted, everybody rolled out and worked day and night to get this job knocked out. But it was really only because we wanted it. I get asked a lot on the channel, how much money can I make pressure washing? How can I get more customers? How can I quit my job? when 95% of the results that you get within your business, within your life, they come from how bad you want something, right? If you want something bad enough, you will find a way to make it happen, period. And that was the case here. Nobody made excuses on this job. Nobody complained. Everybody was on the same page. Everybody wanted it. And that was ultimately the difference between us and every single other company that the lady called. It just came down to who wanted it the most, who wasn't going to make excuses, who wasn't going to look at the problems, who was going to be solution oriented. And that ultimately was what we were. We were solution oriented. We were focused on getting the job done and getting as much done for the hospital as we possibly could in order to put them in the best possible situation for the event that they were going to be putting on. Obviously, they put themselves within the time crunch, which helped us out, gave us the leverage to land the job, gave us the leverage to price it higher than what we typically would have priced it. And we were able to get about 95% of all the work done. We did have to come back one other day to finish up a few things, as well as just tighten up a few loose ends. But ultimately, the job got done. We got paid. The hospital's happy, and the company that handles the property management for the hospital was happy with our work. And they do property management for, I believe, like all the hospitals in this state, if not all the hospitals, most of the hospitals. So hopefully we'll be having a lot more work come from these guys, because they see that we can make things happen, that we do a good job, and that we don't make excuses. So the word of the day for this video is going to be want it, because you have got to want it. You cannot make excuses. You have to be solution oriented. You got to be goal driven. You got to be focused. You got to know what the target is, and you got to go towards that target every single day. You got to be getting a little bit better every single day, and ultimately that's what we do here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you liked the video, please like the video. Leave it a thumbs up. If you made it this far in the video, comment down below, want it in the comment section. I'll hashtag you a real one. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. And until next time, hustle hard and get that money, baby. Peace.